What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook Preview Show. It is Tuesday. We have 12 games on tap. Happy Chase Burns debut game, Grande.
Very exciting times. It's a weird one though, John, because he's facing the Yankees.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that he's making his debut because I think he's awesome and he's going to be a really good pitcher for a really long time. But of course, it just happens to be coming against my favorite team. So that's a little weird, but nevertheless, just excited to see. Dude, he's pitched in all three levels this year.
Yeah. Second overall pick last year.
Single A, double A, triple A. Said I heard him do an interview or a quote from an interview that he did on Monday. He said the most nerve-wracking thing was his flight was delayed before his first triple A start. And he was worried that he wasn't going to make it in time. And that's the most nervous he's been pitching professionally. So it seems like the Reds have a pretty good, pretty good. He has a pretty good head on his shoulders and is ready for the moment. So really looking forward to watching him pitch, and not just on this slate, but just moving forward. Just super excited for the kid.
No, I agree. DraftKings, in its typical DraftKings fashion, though, doesn't have him on the slate. Now, Grande tweeted at them. They said they'll make sure he is available come tomorrow. But what are we doing? FanDuel does have him on the slate. FanDuel has him at $8,200. He's cheaper than Taj Bradley on FanDuel. So, we'll see where he comes into play. We kind of talked about Jason Mizrowski, and his price tag on his debut is like in the 8Ks. My assumption is Burns is going to sit probably in that same level, especially given the opponent, right? Yankees, probably the algorithm won't be as favorable to him in terms of pricing. So you get him in the 8Ks. I don't know how many people are going to go right to him because this is a 12-game slate.
Yep.
We have Garrett Crochet versus the Angels kicking it off at $11,000. Carlos Rodon against the Reds at 10-7. Spencer Strider, who's been back to looking really good, he gets the Mets at 10K. Ranger Suarez, Framber Vault, there's a lot of big names. Chris Bubich is at home versus a Tampa Bay team that's going to sit all their lefties. There's a lot of good spots for pitching today that using Chase Burns on this slate probably comes at low rostership.
Yeah, all dependent, obviously, what the price ends up being.
Yeah, if he comes in at 7K, I retract everything I just said. But my assumption here is that he's in this 8K range with Tyon Castillo,
Yeah, and that's where Mizrowski made his debut too, as highly coveted prospect guy. So assume you're probably correct. Also, it was 95 degrees, and it didn't really play a factor, but there was a lot of rostership on offense in that game. So it makes you wonder what it would be if it was 95 degrees again. But yeah, no shortage of top names that Crochet's going to strike out at least 10. Rodon could strike out at least 10. Strider has done that in back-to-back starts, right? Strider has back-to-back starts of. A lot of strikeouts. A lot of strikeouts.
Stupid new interface.
Yeah, it's not great.
But yeah, last two starts, 21 strikeouts. Yeah, including against his Mets team. So
the Ranger Suarez one is the most interesting of this top tier. And honestly, probably just both pitchers in that game, because Houston's is now number one team against lefties in basically every category.
Yeah.
Philly also has been good. They are just kind of, a good offense again. So they probably have the two hardest spots. Peralta's going to get a boatload of ownership. Let's see if he can get through 6 innings. And you're right. I think Bubich looks really good just based on, he's obviously hit a little bit of a skid the last 2 starts. He looked great against Texas, struggled early, got through almost 6. I think he threw 5 2/3. Even the innings pitched. What are we doing here? Why are we doing it this way? Right, 5.4 innings pitched John?
Should I didn't even notice that. I don't know
Dude,
what is that?
It's saying that he got I think he's got one out into the
Why is 1 out of 4?
well, 2 outs is a 9. That's the only reason I realized it. I was looking through his second start of the year. He has 6.9 innings pitched.
What?
I don't. It doesn't make any sense. No, it makes absolutely none. I'm just telling you what's on the screen.
They did the math for you. It's a third per out.
Correct.
Baseball made it easy, DraftKings. What are we doing here?
Yes, they did. That is correct. It is, in theory, that's what it should be.
0.1 for 1 out, 0.2 for 2 outs, whole number for 3.
Could be correct.
And if you wanted to do it from the pick'em style, they do 33.66, then round up or something like that. Like that's how they kind of calculate those things. But like 4 is never involved in the process.
Nope. And neither is 9. Neither is 9. Yeah. Anyways, he's hit a little bit of a skid, but he does have a really good spot. So I think Suarez and Valdez are probably the two guys that stand out as like secondary options versus the other 4 or other 5. But I think Crochet with a bullet.
Yeah, you take Crochet and then you pair him up, like you said, probably with Peralta, right?
Yeah. Crochet and Peralta with a bullet like 1 and 2 on this slate.
Yeah, I would agree with you. You want to work your way down. I mean, Heaney kind of always seemingly manages to pitch well. I understand the last start for him. 2 starts ago, was it? Didn't he just?
No, it was last start. Yeah,
his last start was not good. They didn't have the fantasy points there. Last start was terrible for him. That was Detroit. You probably could have anticipated a bad start coming there, but he's largely kind of held his own. Milwaukee, we kind of talked about them with their lineup against a lefty. I mean, they don't have like a lot of guys that can really kill you there.
Yeah, they've just been good. That's the only. They've just been good lately.
Yep. Verlander versus Miami at 75.
Yeah. He was we pitched 4.9 innings last time. It's not great.
We might have to make this a FanDuel show.
It's not great. It's a work in progress. You can see it. It's a work in progress.
I swear, if they don't update this by like next week, this may turn into the FanDuel preview show.
It could be better.
This is bad.
Maybe it's just beta. Does it say beta anywhere? Does it have a beta on it? So we can at least,
it's just not good. It's just not good.
Frankie Montas is pitching tomorrow.
He is, yeah. They have Frankie Montas on the slate, but they don't give us Chase Burns yet. So
he allowed 13 runs in 6 innings at
he's terrible. The Braves are going to tee off. They'll be a popular target for us on this slate. Taj also bad. Be very willing to play some Kansas City here. Well, disrespect for Nelson.
Yeah, he's probably your popular cheap target because he's been good.
He got rocked in his first start, right, versus Cincinnati, and then has been 5 innings and 5.9 innings the last 2.
In Cincinnati, by the way.
Yeah, in Cincinnati. Yeah. On the road for 2 of the 3 starts. On the road again here, but Ryan Nelson at 65 against the White Sox. That's your Crochet pairing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's easily Crochet. Or if you want to save a lot of money, Freddie, right? Like, yeah.
If you don't want to play Crochet,
if you either double spend or Nelson, those are your 3 like cash game options.
Right? Honestly, you're not wrong there. Peralta and Ryan will make sense because we have Dodgers in course.
We have Dodgers in course. I mean, it saves you a boatload of money.
Otani's $7,200.
I mean, let's say, you said you were wondering if he was going to be $7K. I mean, dude, that saves you $1,800, right? Going from Crochet to Freddie. Yeah. And I'm not going to sit here and say I think like Crochet has shown a higher ceiling than basically any other pitcher in the game because he's pitched more innings than any other pitcher in the game. Yes. He is dominated in basically every
I mean, this is a 30% strikeout spot for the Angels. So like,
no, dude, he could have 15 strikeouts, and you and I would not bat an eye.
Nope.
We'd be like, yeah, totally makes sense.
Yeah.
You said 15.
Hopefully, we get another 8.4 inning outing out of him. And, no, just let's go with it.
Look, it's not great. It's not great. It's a work in progress. Yeah, I would.
Didn't he go 8 2/3 in that game against the Yankees?
8 1/3.
Did he
gave up the home run to
Judge and got pulled? Was that 8 1/3 or 8
2/3?
Yeah,
I think it was 8 1/3.
All right.
I think it was 8 1/3.
All right. Okay.
We can look. I mean, we can look.
Honestly, I don't care. I'm too defeated by how just bad that looks.
It looks terrible.
It's not great. But so yeah, again, with Dodgers and Coors, and knowing that there's at least 3 of them, 2 of them are over 6K, and Freeman and Ohtani, and then you have Will Smith is 59. Like there's a lot of money.
Yeah, Teoscar's. What is he?
Yeah,
58.
Dude, Mookie's probably up over 6K here. Mookie's 57. Kim's 5K. Like
Max Muncy is going to be the most popular play because he's 4,900.
Yeah,
and he coming off a double dong the other day.
Yeah, so you're probably not getting Crochet, or you're at the very least definitely playing Ryan Nelson.
If you are playing Crochet, you are accepting.
And you have 4K a player with that combo.
You are just absolutely praying that the Dodgers don't score, right? That's it. This is the only way. It's the only way because
even then, it's only $4,200. Like you're gonna need more value than that.
We got it because Boston gets a lefty. I think there's gonna be some good.
Yeah, Ref Snyder and all those guys. Yeah, I guess so. That's fair. All right, let's go to catcher. Kyle Raleigh homered again. Just homered again.
Honestly, is he as good a play as like any of the
isn't he
Dodgers and Coors?
Yeah,
I know. Yeah,
might be. I mean, I'd play Hunter Goodman at 46.
I would too.
Robles, he's not going to be long for this game.
They've been pitching him. How long? They've been giving him some good, some good depth lately. I think he's been pitching like pretty deep into games.
It's true. 5 innings, 4.4 innings, 6 innings.
He's been pretty good for them lately.
The pitch count hasn't been great though. 74, 66.
Yeah, the pitch. Yeah, 104. Oh my god!
Randomly. I guess we'll see. It's Coors Field, so I'm always a little skeptical.
Right. No, I'm not saying I would use Wroblewski. By the way, I'm just saying.
No, I know. I agree. Wait. So they have him here?
Huh.
Is he like the non-probable, maybe?
No, I didn't see him.
Nope.
No, I don't see him. He's not available. They've done that a couple times, right? They've done that with like...
They're just teasing us. They're showing us.
It's annoying.
Him as the opposing starting. You know he's the opposing starting pitcher then. Yes. So what's going on? All right. Goodman, yep. Contreras versus Heaney. Stevenson versus Rodon. Baldwin, if he's in the lineup versus Montas, for sure.
Augustin Ramirez against Verlander. I'd play
Narvaez versus Anderson.
Ooh, yeah, Narvaez is a good one.
Unless this is going to be like one of thoses weird Anderson games where you pitch as well. Salvi versus Taj at 35.
It's a good one. Salvi's coming around.
We could really use a Dalton Rushing game here, just for the value.
Just literally solely for the value, but it's not happening. Will Smith day off on Monday. There's no chance.
Yeah, that's fair. Kyle Teal, but we like Nelson. Fermin against Bradley.
Herrera if he starts.
Sure. Anything else?
Reese if he starts.
Okay.
Patrick Bailey if he starts. Like all these are just like punt. Like you just punt these players.
Yeah, punt catcher. And catcher might be the punt play because we're trying to put it up elsewhere. So
bingo.
First base gives you the Ohtani Freeman combo, 72-62. For them there. Matt Olson is probably as likely to homer against Frankie Montas, it feels
He
like.
for sure could, yeah.
At $5,500. Where do you go? Romy's 41. It's not even as cheap. Corbin Carroll placed on the IL. So
yikes.
There's that. They're going to lose Naylor probably to the IL. I don't know if you saw that. He swung very hard. And then hurt himself. So
I saw that Naylor got hurt.
and Suarez got hit by it, yelled and ran to the dugout, but somehow X-rays were negative. So I don't know.
Okay. Yikes. Well, they have Pavin Smith. He homered twice. They're okay.
Yeah. Romy at 41 is unfortunate, but would consider.
Yeah, it's expensive for Romy.
Nathaniel Lowe, Reese Hoskins, Rosini.
Did you mention Vinny Paz for 4,000 against Bradley?
Yeah, even why is he not 35? Like that's what we need to.
I know.
Need the days of the cheap Vinny Paz Cantino.
I know.
I hate this just so much. Just 170 over his last 10 games.
The unfortunate part about Robleski starting is that we've liked the cheap Rocky lefties lately. Like Moniak's been awesome, and McMahon's been awesome. Tolia's been better, and now we have a lefty.
Tolia's a switch hitter, so
is a switch hitter, so you could play Tolia. Sure.
They outright DFA'd Candelario, by the way. They said thanks for your rehab assignment. Get out of town. Abraham Toro's cheap though at 32.
Yep.
If Solano's back in the lineup at 25, I guess you could.
He's a power hitter. He should be.
Yeah. All right. Second base, Cattell against a lefty and Alexander at $5,500.
Yes, please. He homered against Reddy again because that's all he does.
Do we play Hyun Kim against Marquez at 5K?
Oh, dude, that's gonna be a tough one. Some of the Dodgers
like ninth for them, like
some of the Dodgers pricing is gonna be tough to get to. Like I understand he's been good, but that value, like the return on investment is not good enough for 5,000.
Not at 5K. He's gonna have to homer or steal 2 bags or
3 hits, 2 stolen bases, and like 2 runs scored, right?
Yeah. Again, we were riding a lot of Houston versus lefties, but I don't really want to go against Ranger Suarez.
No thanks.
I'd be willing to give Tommy Edman a look if he's in the lineup against Marquez. I know it's not the right split spot for him, but
he's cheap.
Yeah,
he's just cheap. Enough. Yeah, he's just cheap.
Donovan, we talk all the time. Tyon gives up a home run.
He does he will give up a home run.
Right? Donovan 38 is pretty good.
Donovan coming off a home run.
Yeah, Donovan coming off a home run. All those powerful Nolan Gorman coming off of a home run. All those powerful lefties that hit home runs.
All of them, all the time. They hit so many of them. Actually,
a lot of power in those lefty bats there for St. Louis. Jonathan India's $3,300. Taj has just been terrible. So
I know, but who's been worse, Jonathan India or Taj?
Taj, bro.
It's close. It's probably Taj, but it's close.
Cody Clemens gets Castillo out of Seattle, so there's some power there.
Yep.
Might be it.
They'll have Ildemaro Vargas in the lineup. For sure.
Right. That's fair.
He'll absolutely be in the lineup. If Tyler Alexander's taking the bump like it tells us here, he will absolutely be in the lineup.
Your boy Curtis Meade almost had you take down a GPP.
He did. And he is still they are never going to move his price.
Nope. I mean, Bubich is a tough ask.
It's a tough.
Cole Young against Paddock's fine at 22.
Cole Young's been better. Cole Young, just give him, hey, dude, young kids playing every day, right? They just kind of been better. Nope, look at that, doing great at AAA.
I was going to say, would they give him a call-up with Carroll on the IL?
Well, it's not just Carroll either. It's Carroll, it's Naylor, and it's Suarez all in one day, right? They all could end up on the IL.
Dude, if Suarez hits the IL, Lawler's definitely getting the call.
Definitely getting the call. Yep.
All right, third base position. Rafael Devers versus Cal Quantrill at 52. Certainly,
first splash.
Possibly. He hit the Oppo homer versus the Red Sox. So
yeah, the Bayo home run.
Austin Riley certainly in play here. You mentioned Muncy though at 49 will be popular.
Yeah, he'll be the chalk. These are the spots we'd love to use Caminero and Paredes and like Alec Boehm and stuff, but they're
tough
all
matches.
just brutal spots for all of them.
I don't see Casey Schmidt's been really good, but it's not the right split for him.
He has, dude, crazy power for Casey Schmidt lately. Yeah. Tons of power, tons of home runs for a guy who just like wasn't playing.
394 his last 10 with 1,100 opens.
Is Boston going to play Toro against a lefty?
Yeah. Well, they're not going to. Well, yes, but I don't know what they're going to do with the Meyer Anthony combo. If they're just going to suck it up and play them versus a lefty or not, or if Meyer sits maybe and they just play Anthony, which is what they were doing. Like they're giving Roman Anthony a chance to play versus lefties. So.
Okay. Durbin, 28.
Sure. Lee, 28.
Better. Yeah, Brooks Lee, for sure. He's been good, dude. I think he had a couple hits again tonight.
Okay. I think we're getting closer to a Novi Marte return.
Yes, I believe so as well.
I don't know when, but I saw that he went on a rehab assignment, so something to watch for Seattle. For Cincinnati.
He's been on rehab for the last couple of days.
Okay.
In a rookie level, by the way.
Start him in. Connor Wong, I think just homered. I don't know what just happened there. In play runs, Connor Wong. Mookie Betts against Marquez. Sack fly, way off. Mookie Betts and Ellie De La Cruz, 59, 57.
I think he homered, but I don't know. We'll wait and see.
Not even close. 312 feet, 86 mile an hour exit velo.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, shout out to Don Raffaello, hit by pitch, stolen base, then scores.
Yeah, he's good at baseball.
Anyways, Ellie, Betts, Witt, Lindor, Abrams, Nado's in a tough spot. But anything there. Corbin Carroll fractured hand is what his diagnosis
Jesus,
is.
Dude, it's getting. This is like progressing really fast. Like
really
from where it started to now.
You can play any of those guys though.
Yes, any of them.
Any of them. I would probably not play Nato, but you can play any of them.
He also might hit a first pitch fastball for a home run, and then Crochet
might get hit by a first pitch fastball.
He also might not be in the lineup if he's feeling it tomorrow.
That's true. That's true. You've been the whisperer on that. You're like, you know what? Like that hand might swell, and you might not be in the lineup, and then sure enough, day to day, with your basketball injury calls during the season there.
I was definitely the basketball. I was definitely good at the basketball reads for sure.
Perdomo against Alexander's 43. Swanson.
JP. Yep. Willie. This is a Willie spot, and only say that.
No, it's not. It is not a Willie. Nothing is a Willie spot until
he's a Willie spot. Milwaukee. No, this is a Willie spot.
Dude, he's terrible.
He's gonna hit a home run.
He absolutely will not hit a home run.
He's gonna hit a home run.
Not even close.
I'm telling you, he's gonna.
Who's gonna hit a home run? Trevor Story. Soft pitching lefty. Trevor Story's homering.
He definitely has a chance to homer. But I'm telling you, Willie. Right, Cal Quantrill is reverse splits. This is a match made in heaven.
It is it's not. He can't hit.
He just can't hit.
Can't hit. Can't see the ball. If I'm San Francisco, I'm going to Milwaukee. Like, what's your batter eye look like? And then making it for Willie Adames.
Especially giving him $220 million. I guess that's not a bad plan.
Not a bad plan. Anything else here, Short?
I like Otto Lopez, and all the peripheral stuff tells me I should like Otto Lopez. So I
still no home runs for Luis Jane.
They set him down.
Yeah, well, he's not homering. So
he got he has a chance to maybe he'll hit more home runs in the minors than his brother does in the majors.
Highly unlikely. All right, outfield. Are you paying $7,200 for Ohtani? We kind of breezed by him at first, but like,
it's just one of those things. You have to have that game you got last time out, right? The 36 fantasy points. I don't know.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not gonna tell you not to play him.
Yeah.
But it is really hard to do so because he is really freaking expensive.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Acuna just feels like the obvious pivot here.
Yes. Check. We'll check back on the live stream about how realistic building lineups are with Dodgers, right?
Because like feel it. It doesn't feel
I know. And like you'll be able to play some, but we'll need more. We'll need to.
It might just be a one-off, like you're one-offing Ohtani here or something like that.
Like you can honestly, Ohtani is probably the one guy that's hardest to get to.
Sure.
Right? I mean, that's not like groundbreaking. He's $7,200 freaking dollars. Like,
yeah,
you can easily play Max Muncy at 49. You can treat Teoscar or Freddie Freeman as the top overall spend if you'd want, right? And just like not think that about Ohtani. And because if Ohtani hits one home run tomorrow and that's all he does, you're fine. Like if he hits a solo shot and doesn't get on base again, you're not losing to an Ohtani lineup. Like that's one home run, So, of course you could play him. Of course you could play Judge. Of course you could play Acuna. Of course you could play PCA or Kyle Tucker. All those guys are great. So I'm not going to tell you not to. It's just 7,200 is a tough ask, dude. It's a tough price to get to.
Again, no offense against Judge. You can definitely play Aaron Judge versus Chase Burns, but I'd rather test Ronald Acuna here against some Frankie Montas instead, and save a couple $100 there. We can obviously go Tucker and PCA. Teoscar, as you mentioned, James Woods, awesome. Buxton's live for a homer against Castillo. Soto homered again, definitely can homer off Strider. All of those guys are great spots. Where's Merrill? We got Williams versus a lefty spot here. Merrill's down to 44.
Yeah,
that's not bad. Ozuna's there.
Helio 45 has been great against righties this year. Quantrill's been bad against righties. So, Chorio, if you're playing against Andrew Heaney.
Dude, Tyler Freeman here at 42. I know Robleski's been good, but it's a good price for him.
Tyler Freeman's been good.
That's what I'm saying.
Tyler Freeman's been really good, dude. The Rockies have been crazy good. It's weird, dude. Their offense has been very respectable.
300, 930 OPS, 5 homers for Rob Refsnyder. Basically, all he does is play against lefties. So that's
was gonna retire, by the way.
Was going to retire, and they say, yeah, but what if you just hit lefties again? He's like, all right, fine. $4,100. Ian Hatt's $4,100 forever. I don't know why. You can definitely go ahead and do that. Number 1 overall pick, Mikey Moniak.
Definitely Mikey.
Mickey Moniak, whatever.
I like Mikey was better.
Mickey Moniak, same thing. Roman Anthony's lefty.
Lourdes 38. We're going back to the Arizona well here. Sure. Lourdes and whatever cheap price tag Randall Grishik is at.
Burleson's 37. Tao is definitely gonna get some play.
Oh, the Tao! We get to play the Towinator.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep, for sure. Wallner's 36. Luke Raley's 35.
Luke Raley hit a really far home run today.
Yeah, strong dude.
He has home runs, I think, in back-to-back games. He's only been back for 3, and he has.
They got rid of Roddy Tellez and upgraded to a slightly better player than Luke Raleigh. So.
We haven't gotten to talk about him since the great weekend he had. Cam Smith. Cam Smith had that 2 home run game last week. We always knew.
Yeah, we're not gonna play against for it.
I just wanted to talk about the 2 home run game.
So Don Rafaela, I would keep playing at $3,400.
Yeah, of course. That's criminal.
He's been really good. Let's see. Dane Myers has power. Verdugo. Again, I'd play any Atlanta versus Monta. So if he's in the lineup, as bad as he's been, play him.
Grish Dog is 3K.
Yep. Isaac Collins 3K against Heaney.
Isaac Collins 3K. If you are going to play someone against Ryan Nelson, Mr. Biceps is down here. There's been a lot of biceps lately. A lot of home runs. A couple home runs for Mr. Biceps.
Sure.
Caglione
$2,800. I'd give that a look for sure.
So would I. If you're looking trying to get to yeah, dude, that's
Canzoni's 27.
He homered again today.
Yeah. Against Paddock. You give that a look. They called up Cameron Paris again.
Good for them.
That's probably it.
What did they call Kyron Paris up for? Did someone get hurt?
Kevin Newman on the paternity list.
Oh, okay. So
he's hit 188 since being down in AAA. So
so he'll be back. He won't be. He's here for a good time, not a long time, John.
He is. So do we like double? Do we do double spend downs here? Do like Cags and Canzoni with like Ohtani or?
Well, we definitely play one of them for sure.
Do you have a preference of which?
I mean, Cags is the higher ceilinged,
sexier player,
probably. Canzoni's been better.
Do we do Ohtani?
I'll say Canzoni's been better. Canzoni's been better, right? We probably just go with like the better player.
Probably
right now.
I mean, Bradley's very bad though.
He has been so bad, dude.
Do you do Ohtani at first or outfield?
I guess it just depends on if are we not playing Freddie? Would you rather allocate the big funds elsewhere?
I feel like Ohtani has to be played.
I don't, because he's 7,200, but I get it. The 7,200 is more than a pitcher we're going to use.
I know.
We're going to use Ryan Nelson. Shohei Ohtani's more expensive than that pitcher.
I'm still trying to figure out where people are going to go in this slate.
Muncy at third for sure.
Okay.
I like Muncy at 5K. Double dong upside. For some reason, he's under 5K, while everyone else isn't.
Punting catcher, I assume.
Punting catcher.
So like Fermin here, something like that.
I'm good with any sub. Yeah, any of them.
All right, so that's 55. If we did Freddie or Bubic, we do Bubic save $200.
I think you just click Josh Naylor, by the way. I think we do Freddie.
You like Freddie over Bubic here?
It's close.
Freddie like can't, like, he just doesn't pitch deep often. Right?
I know he had a couple quality starts in a row before last start, where I think.
I mean, you're not wrong. Ownership is probably definitely here. He didn't pitch well against them in his last outing, only 4.4 innings in that game.
It's got to be a beta. It's okay. It's a beta.
Anyways, for ownership, for the sake of ownership, though, we'll just save $200. I bet he's lower rostered than Freddie. We'll play whoever's lower owned. Peralta or Bubic. We'll just play the lower.
Okay.
But now we have 5K. Pretty much fun. So.
Okay, now just try to plug Ohtani in and see what happens. Oh, it's so doable.
So doable, right?
You can play Edmund at second if you wanted.
We did like Sedan. It's 45.
Yeah, let's leave the people with this right here.
Okay. You also don't have to play Sedan. You can just the world is your oyster.
I like Sedan. They're the number 2 ranked offense or number 3 against lefties this year now.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
And that guy's hitting 6th and like hitting better than everyone else in the lineup.
You can realistically get like 2 more Dodgers in your lineup if you wanted to, and just punt Cole Young at second or something like that. And
you could easily get to either Freddie or Mookie here.
Yeah,
if you want.
Correct.
And if you want it to be different, also you could probably, instead of punting catcher, you could probably play Will Smith too. Like whatever, because there's like you just mentioned, there's a free second baseman on the board.
You could move Ohtani to first and play Teoscar.
You could do that as well. That's a nice one.
That's cheaper than Freeman. So,
yep, that's a good one too.
And Freeman's actually been very bad.
He has. They've largely gotten the. What is Andy Pages? We didn't even look at Pages. What's his price? He's been like their best. He's been like 51. The best hitter.
Pages is 51. He could do that. 343 his last 10 with 1,000 OPS.
Bro, that guy's been as good as all of them.
$4,200 for second and short.
Dude, if you told me going into the year Andy Pages would end the year with 16 home runs and 52 RBIs, you'd be like, yeah, solid year for like a good defensive center fielder.
Yeah, and said he's going to have it at the All-Star break.
He has it right now. And counting.
On my FSGA team, even though you told me that it wasn't going to last.
Well, it wasn't. And now it is. So I guess whatever.
All right.
Neither was Tyler Anderson.
This is what we got for you. Nelson, Bubic, Fermin, Ohtani, Muncy, Cags, Pages, and Rafael at $4,300-ish, $4,250 a player. Yeah. Good luck filling those last two spots, everybody. We'll be back live at 5. I'll put the finish lineup in the Discord for all of you folks. We'll see you later.